GCAN is an initiative to stock carbon in soil and therefore contribute to mitigate climate change. I will speak of the necessity to work with farmers. I am a French farmer. I was harvesting yesterday, I will tomorrow. I am convinced by conservation agriculture, which is a technical system which allows production to feed the world and respect the environment. What is conservation agriculture? Thankfully, it has been defined by the FAO. 3 principles. I will begin with this number 2, permanent soil cover. That means photosynthesis all year round. Photosynthesis, therefore, biomass, carbon, fuel for activity and biodiversity. Then number 1, no soil disturbance. That means respect of soil life, no oxidation of organic matter. At last, encouraging biodiversity that becomes an evidence to allow more a balanced ecosystem. I think there should be a 4th pillar, which is farmer observation. As it's a nature-based iterative system, farmers have to observe and adapt their techniques. The benefits of conservation agriculture are plentiful. Production, same yields but less inputs. Increased soil organic matter, the basis of all ecosystem services of soil. Promote biodiversity and therefore the natural control mechanism and feedback cycle, giving sense to the act of production for farmer. C. Conservation agriculture opens up the possibility for farmer to transform and regenerate the resource base, conserve the gain, and sustain the biological outputs as well as the ecosystem service outputs, allowing the system to operate at its optimal capacity. Here are the photos of 1 year in my farm. We can begin with the wheat, harvesting the wheat, then sowing cover crops. Cover crop only to feed the soil and for the biodiversity. Then sowing again the new crop, which can be wheat, but normally it's not wheat. And we came back and finished the round. Conservation agriculture are so important that farmers worldwide converts to conservation agriculture. It should be an evidence to have a massive conversion. However, some obstacles to its development are still the difficulty of changing tradition, for example for France, politics of countries not yet ready and not open to conservation agriculture, and not sufficiently knowledge and research. Conservation agriculture remains largely farmers driven. All around the world, there are conservation agriculture farmers associations who stand up for production and protecting the soils. GCAN, Global Conservation Agriculture Network, represents the voice of conservation agriculture farmers worldwide. I will speak about the French Farmer Association, APAD. In France, conservation agriculture represents only 4% of the cropland, and our mission is to promote this sustainable system. I will specifically speak about our project with carbon. Why conservation agriculture and carbon? Because of the GHG avoid and because of the conservation carbon sequestration in the soil. The French Ministry of Environment has set up certified carbon credit based on the change of techniques of the farmers. The carbon credits are on the voluntary market of carbon. That means the price is defined by a mutual agreement between farmers and buyers. APAD's project has been certified by the French government methodology, Label Bas Carbone Grande Culture. So today, we have more than 200 certified farms, which represent more than 300,000 certified credit carbon generated in the next 5 years. The project allows numerous data on conservation agriculture. Here are some first results as we have been just certified. The average of GHG emission on our conservation agriculture farms is 2.2 tons. The average by hectare, sorry, and by year, and per year. The average of carbon stockage on a conservation agriculture farm is 4 tons by hectare and by year. Therefore, we have a balance of 1.8 tons of CO2 equivalent per hectare and per year. That means that the conservation agriculture farms are stocking more carbon than they emit in relation with their production. For the generation of carbon credit, the farms have been compared with references, as its demand. Same region, same crops, same soils, to show the improvement of the practices. So the average of the farm is the generation of 1.6 credit carbon per hectare and per year. In conclusion, conservation agriculture enables neutral production by storing carbon in the soil. Conservation agriculture is a working business model to upscale climate mitigation by paying farmers to implement real, resilient farm practices. Climate change is the opportunity to talk positively about conservation agriculture. Farmers need to lead carbon farming and manage market rules to ensure that the added value accrues to their farm. Carbon sequestration by conservation agriculture is just the tip of the iceberg when compared with all the other benefits of conservation agriculture: production, water, biodiversity, resilience, climate, of course. Policies, research, and industry must recognize and promote conservation agriculture.